Hello everyone, here I am with my another video which is on the variety in the cell shape, cell number and cell size. So as you know that the different living organisms are made up of different types of cells, and even in the same organism you will find different types of the cells on the basis of their size, their number, their type. So today we are starting with the topic that is variety in cell size, number and shape. So in all respect you will see that there is difference and there is variety. So the first topic of this is the cell size. As you can see, in one organism only you will find different sizes of these cells. Some cells are microscopic. You need microscope to watch those cells. There are few cells which can be observed even with the naked eyes. So if we see in that, the number one cell, or you can say the largest cell which you can see from your naked eyes, is the egg of ostrich. And you know, if you will see the size, it is 6 inches in diameter with shell, and without shell it is around 3 inches. So this is the largest cell. Next is smallest cell is mycoplasma. You have read about this in the chapter 2nd. So mycoplasma example is pleuropneumonia like organism, and if you will see its size, it is around 0.1 micrometer to 0.3 micrometer. So it's very microscopic. Third one is the anha. Mycoplasma is without cell wall. So if the question is asked, which is the smallest cell? Without cell wall is mycoplasma, but with cell wall, the answer will be bacteria. Very important question. For NEET, you have to remember this. Okay? Now, the next is the longest human cell is nerve cell, and smallest human cell is RBC. So you can see that there are different varieties in the sizes. Now the next is the cell shape. As you have seen variety here, same way you are going to see variety in case of cell shape. But the important thing is that in cell shape, the cell shape of the cell depends on the function it is performing. सेल कौन सा फंक्शन परफॉर्म कर रहा है उस बेसिस पे भी उनका शेप डिपेंड करता है. सो फर्स्ट इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द शेप, द नंबर वन शेप इज oval, and the example is unicellular algae. That is, example is Clydomonas. Clydomonas is the unicellular algae which is oval in shape. Second one is asymmetry you will find, or no shape, that is amoeba. And if we talk about human being, it is the white blood cell. They are not having any shape, they are irregular in shape, तो हम इसको irregular भी बोल सकते हैं. Then another shape is is elongated. You will find the shape in muscle cells. Muscle cells are like this. Elongated structure they are having. Next one is the thread-like structure. Thread-like structure you will observe in case of nerve cells. Remember the shape? Like this. This is the nerve cell and it is thread-like. Now, you will find that plant cells are having, especially in case of leaf, you will find cuboidal, you will find rectangular, you will find hexagonal structure. So in plant cells, you will find a lot of variety. Like if I draw the structure of guard cells. Guard cells, they are like this, bean shaped cells. Fine. This is in case of dicot plants. And if we talk about monocot plants, the guard cells are dumbbell shaped. So you see there are variety of the cells in case of the shape. Now the next topic we are discussing here will be the number. So on the basis of number, the organisms are divided. Third one is the number. So, on the basis of number, cells are divided into two categories: cellular, unicellular and multicellular. So, again I'm telling you this, on the basis of number, if one cell is present in the organism, that organism is called as unicellular. Uni means one. And if the organism is having many cells, it is called as multicellular. So the example is simple: amoeba, bacteria, paramecium. These all organisms are unicellular because their whole body is made up of just one cell. Here in case of fungi, plants, animals, you will find that So fungi, plants and animals, these categories of organisms are made up of many cells. So this is called multicellular organisms. Now, the basic difference, as you can see here, the unicellular organism is made up of just one cell, so that one cell has to perform all the basic functions which is required for the living. That means you can call it as all basic functions or life processes done by one cell. Okay, so here no division of labor. No division of labor, as one cell is only doing all the basic work: respiration, digestion, excretion, everything is done by just one cell. But in case of multicellular organism, you will find that they are having tissue, organ system. So here in this case you will find division of labor. This is the very important difference between unicellular and multicellular organism. So another category which we are going to discuss about is, there are two types of cells. One is called prokaryote and eukaryote. biology, just remember one thing, every word is having a specific meaning. And once you will keep on understanding that, later on when you will go for higher studies, you will never feel difficulty in memorizing, learning, understanding the biological terms. So here, pro means primitive and karyota means nucleus and U means advanced and karyota again means nucleus. So there are two types of cells you will find in all living organisms. Prokaryotes, this you will find only in case of Monera, and eukaryotic cell you can see in Protista, fungi, plants and animals. So these organisms, the organisms which are having prokaryotic cells are always unicellular, and eukaryotic cells, organism can be unicellular or they can be multicellular. Okay, so now what is prokaryotic? Prokaryotic cells are those cells which are having primitive type of nucleus. What do you mean by primitive type of nucleus? The cells where nucleus is not covered by nuclear membrane. That kind of cell is known as prokaryotic cell. And the cell which is having well developed nucleus, means nucleus is covered by nuclear membrane, that is called eukaryotic cell. So here I am writing the difference. Nuclear membrane is absent and here nuclear membrane is present. Another most important difference that you won't find membrane bound organelle here. Membrane bound organelle is absent and here it is present. Fine. So these are the basic difference which you have to remember, that it is always unicellular. They can be unicellular, they can be multicellular. They are not having nuclear membrane. So you will see that their genetic material is there in the cytoplasm. They are in direct contact of cytoplasm. Whereas in case of eukaryotic cell, the genetic material is covered in the nuclear membrane. They are well protected. In case of prokaryotes, membrane bound organelles are absent, like mitochondria, chloroplast, ER, Golgi apparatus. All such organelles are absent in case of prokaryotic organism or prokaryotic cells, whereas it is present in the eukaryotic cell. So in the later videos which I will be uploading in few days, you will see or you will going to read these two topics in detail, where I will be telling you about each and every organelle. Fine. So in today's lecture, I have completed the topic which is related to the variety of cell shape, size and number, and these two types, that is eukaryotic and prokaryotic. So this is for today's video. See you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, take care and be safe. Goodbye.